Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer from Oskar Blues. This is Guns and Rosé. I'm actually curious if that's the copyright issue with Guns and Roses, but this is a Rosé ale. So this beer comes in at 6%, and it is brewed with hibiscus and prickly pear. So a relatively new trend where they're coloring beer with either the addition of maybe some, yeah, I think generally what people are doing are using hibiscus or some other ingredients to really spice up the beer and give it an interesting color and look like rosé wine. So rosé wine is on the uptick, wine is on the uptick, so why not beer try to play around with that and yeah, see how it turns out. So wow, hibiscus is quite intense of a color. I've actually seen beers with much more intense of a color to it. This one looks like ring pop. There you go, ring pop red. Something like that, a little bit pink, but yeah, like a pinkish kind of ring pop kind of thing. It has a light kind of pink head to it. Yeah, very nice looking beer. Let's get the aroma. It's got a funny smell to it. I guess that's the prickly pear or something. Yeah, maybe the hibiscus. Yeah, the hibiscus has that light, sweet herbal note to it, slightly citrusy, and then the prickly pear has a little bit of just like tart, like palm fruit to it. So like almost think Granny Smith apple, but tart pear. Pretty interesting. Has a little bit of this floral rosy thing going on, and it's not even the color. It just has a little bit of rosy, maybe from the yeast strain. Interesting. Cheers. Comes in at 6%, by the way. Oh, this is like a really light, bland, just crusher kind of beer. On the palate, it has a little bit of acidity up front. Almost drinks like a Berliner, right? You get a little bit of that light touch of acidity. I guess that's where the prickly pear juice comes in that they're using. On the back end, maybe a little bit of that herbal kind of hibiscus thing jumping in. The carbonation looks so weird, and it's like large bubble carbonation. So it actually sits weird on the palate. Whereas ideally you'd want something like small bubble carbonation, maybe like rosé. Think of like sparkling rosé or something like that. The carbonation does play a little bit funny on the palate. It's a little bit like grainy malt in the middle. I don't know. The structure of the beer is just not quite there for me. It's just like it has that prickly pear flavor. It has a little bit of like light thin malt dancing around there, touches a bread cracker, and then a little bit of grain, and then it just like washes away. And there's a little bit of hibiscus. There's not much there. It's just like very empty. It's almost like you sort of made a beer and then like took out half the amount of flavor. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. That's what it tastes like. The back end of it sort of tastes like macro beer, sort of like macro lager. Sort of, you taste like delicious Pilsner and go to macro beer, you're like, oh yeah, that's why we drink craft, because it's full flavored. This is a craft beer, but it just has a little bit of those elements that they use in the beer, but then like it just like seems like empty. It's a little bit hollowed. It's drinkable for sure, and there's no issue with this one other than the qualities that I'm picking out, but not like flaws that I'm like, oh shoot, we got to pour this one down the drain. 82. Guns and Rosé. Let me know what you guys think. Oskar Blues. Later.